Ask Cancer Wisdom is our video series where we answer your questions about cancer. So click the link below if you want to ask us a question about your issue. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about natural cancer remedies. So the question in this video is, how do I deal with family and friends that want me to do chemo instead of alternative health? One of the hardest things to go through when you try to heal cancer with natural remedies is your family. Wark is famous for his blog chrisbeatcancer.com. He managed to heal his colon cancer by going the natural route. When he decided not to try chemotherapy or radiation, his family became afraid and wanted him to change his mind. Chris described his journey as two roads. One is the traditional way with cat burning poison, and this road has a clear path and is easy to follow. And the other way is a thorny, uncertain path through the jungle. That's why not many people want to go through the jungle, because they don't know what will happen. But Chris stood his ground and managed to go through with his plan, and his family eventually accepted his decision and supported him. If your family goes against your decision to try the natural way, then you have to remember that their reaction is due to fear, not love. Everyone has been conditioned to believe authorities and doctors. Therefore, many people believe that chemo is the only way to heal cancer. When you say that you don't want to do chemo, they can be shocked and horrified. Therefore, they can try to emotionally manipulate you. So remember that even if it's hard in the beginning, you will get the reward later when you fix your condition. But it's natural that you will get resistance from other people when you don't do the same thing as other people. The good thing is that you don't need your family or friends' love to be happy. Happiness comes from within. So you always have full control of how you feel. What's causing our suffering is our emotions and thoughts. It's not what other people say or do that causes your suffering, but rather your thoughts about them. The best way I have found to deal with negative people is by using a method called the Wark. So the Wark is a creation of Byron Katie, a spiritual teacher. She once suffered from depression and found a way to get rid of her ego. Now she teaches other people how to stop suffering by letting go of their negative thoughts. She also created a worksheet called Judge Your Neighbor. You use this document to write down every negative thought you have about a specific person. So after you have filled in all these sections, you will use what Byron Katie calls the Wark. The Wark is 4 questions that you ask yourself on each thought that you have written down. These questions will make you look at the situation in a different light. After you have gone through these 4 questions, you then do a turnaround. So a turnaround is when you take the original statement and write alternative versions of it. You usually do it in 3 ways. So if your original thought is, my father shouldn't force me to do chemo, then the opposite is, my dad should force me to do chemo. Another thing you can do is to direct the thought to yourself. I shouldn't force me to do chemo, or I shouldn't force my dad to do chemo. And after you have written down these statements, you write 3 examples why every statement is as true or truer than the original thought. The great thing about the turnarounds and the 4 questions is that you learn what you can't change and what you can change. Often the things that you blame others for is something you do yourself. When you have this revelation, it's harder to judge other people. You will realize that it was your thoughts that created your suffering, not the person. This exercise can seem too simple, but you have to try to believe it. One thing I have noticed when I accept people is that their behavior often change. I believe that the energy we send out affects their behavior. I had a first-hand experience of this. One time a kid wanted to irritate me to get my attention, and I noticed that when I felt irritated, I created my own suffering. Then I got tired of my suffering, so I decided to accept this kid's behavior. Then some crazy thing happened. So I was in the same room as this kid when I decided to forgive him. The split second I decided to accept him, he turned around and said he was sorry. And then he never behaved this badly anymore. It was an amazing experience because I could see that my acceptance of him hit him like a love arrow and changed his behavior. The same thing can happen to you if you accept your family, even if they want you to do chemo or other toxic treatments. What I experienced is not something unusual. Many studies have shown that when thousands of people meditate together, the crime rates go down in the same area as the meditation. It's because the energy that we send out affects how other people treat us. If you want to learn how to do the work, then go to the website thewark.com. On this website you can download all the documents that you need to start doing this method. So I will provide a link to this website in the description box below. If you also need to learn how to treat cancer naturally, you can also go to our website cancerwisdom.net. So we teach the natural way to treat cancer without using toxic treatments. Thanks for watching, and I see you soon.